This is not a fire. This is not a fire. This is an aggressive urban redevelopment program. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Tropico 6 beta. And just an update in case you've missed it, I am bulk recording these. So as I am recording this now, although you're seeing it in the future, the beta is about to close tomorrow. So if you have been leaving comments and gameplay advice and tips and tricks, they are most welcome. I have no ability to implement them because I'm recording all of these in one fell swoop. All of that being said, citizens of Tropico, we have much to do. Much to do. We have placated, at this point, the allies, who are a little bit fussy with us because, well, they hate us, basically. Politics, yeah, we've improved the relation with them a little bit, with some trade routes that they've demanded, otherwise they will invade us. But, that being said, we have successfully repelled one of their invasions with our strong Tropican military, but we just want to keep them not continually invading us. So the Allies are very fussy with us. We've placated them for the moment with these trade agreements, but we have much to do. Much to do. We have a fire station to build. We must survive the war, and I noticed that we also need to get electricity to the radio station that we built. Yes, we are celebrating the freedom of Tropico with a radio station and a newspaper that we put on the other island, but in retrospect, it seems obvious that a radio station might require electricity. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I didn't. So here we go. El Presidente has a lot to do. El Presidente has a lot on his plate, and many, many things are flashing up at me down here. Constitution, I do not want to make any changes, Constitution. So no, that's fine. We will keep our Constitution exactly as it is, celebrating the freedom of our Tropican citizens. However, the broker one. Now, citizens of Tropico, it is important that El Presidente has the comforts to rule you in the manner in which you expect. So some of the funding that may have gone to basic infrastructure may have been funneled into El Presidente's Swiss bank account. And if we go to the broker screen, yes, indeed, I have $7,300 in my Swiss bank account. Why don't we use some of this? Why don't we actually do some of this? So what have we got? Stimulate trade. Generates a new trade route offer. Okay. That's all right, and I assume this is exactly the same thing. Or we can boost our standing with the allies or the access. Oh, none of these are particularly singing out for me. We could just unlock a new slot. $250 bucks. What happens? What? Nothing happens. Sold. Okay. Do I get new offers? Oh, I can refresh it for 1,000. You know what? We have a long time for El Presidente to beef up his bank account. Let's spend that. All sorts of new things have unlocked. Capitalist standing up again. Amend the Constitution. All right, I'm very happy with our Constitution. Convincing talk. What's that? Adds the option to activate demands, allowing you to successfully complete them. Interesting. Huh. So we could just activate a new demand and get a reward, I would assume, from completing the task. Okay. Religious standing up. Parking deck. Acquire a blueprint. Well, you're never going to go wrong with acquiring a new blueprint. That would otherwise cost me 1,000. It's only going to cost me 500 of my Swiss bank account. And thanks to one of the things that we've researched, any building that I put up, maybe a teensy tiny little bit of that goes into my Swiss bank account. So even in building the parking deck, I'll make some of that money back. Long story short. Yes, I will undo that. I will unlock that. Great, we have a parking thing now. What does that do for a living? What can we do with that? Parking deck. Allows rich citizens and all tourists to access and park cars or taxis. Emits pollution. Huh. Well, okay. I don't think we need that right now. A bus garage, though. Comes with 2 bus stops. Buses will transport passengers between both stops. Well, we have other important things to do, citizens of Tropico, like getting the game on pause for a start, and we need to deal with the electricity issue. So the power plant is over here, and that's providing power. Oh, Eric, we're already very, very good friends with you. Have a barracks near the embassy of the Axis, and you will give us either 5,000 for the citizens of Tropico, or 4,000 for El Presidente, or 10 immigrants. I believe we can broadly handle that, but pause it just for a second. Pause it. Now, the embassy is down here. Okay, that's where the Axis are hanging out, so you want a barracks near that. What defines near, Eric? Same island? General vicinity? Right next door? You might want to have been a little more clear on that, and what does it take to actually do that? A barracks, we're going to have to unlock it. Well, fine, we're going to have to unlock it then. There we go. And, I'm sorry, how long did you want me to do this? You don't have a time frame. Okay, super, good. Eric, I'll get to that. I will totally get to that. Now I need to kind of generate money. I should have looked at the lack of time frame earlier and realized I had all the time in the world to deal with Eric's issue. And then we could have gotten some power going. But it's fine. El Presidente has a lot on his plate. And Penultimo, my most trusted advisor, is off pirating things. You are still pirating things, right, Penultimo? Oh dear, you're not queued up for anything at all. Treasure hunt, treasure hunt, treasure hunt. Do all the treasure hunting, please, Pirate Penultimo. No wonder you haven't been popping up on my screen. You're bored. You have nothing to do. Alright, well, electricity over to Gold Island. That is a priority, so we can get radio-free Tropico up and running. The newspaper is doing fine over here, I'm sure. That's where we put the newspaper? Yes. There are people working in it, and we have an open mind. What are my options? Wow, a lot of options down the line. A lot of things can get unlocked. Open mind is basic. The dependent increases the approval of citizens living in the vicinity every time they rest, but decreases liberty. Penny Saver, I earn $3 for each citizen living in the vicinity. Huh. Well, this is my highly residential area. We may look at changing that out, because I may put some more houses down around this area. That might be a bit of a moneymaker down there. And I'm sure we could offset the decrease in liberty with some other liberty things. All citizens of Tropico are free. It's all fine. It's all fine. Ah, money. Money, money, money. Hang on, pause it before I lose the money. Okay, Eric. Army barracks. Near the embassy. I would like to know what defines near. How big are the barracks? Pretty big. Pretty big. And, sorry, go back to that. Just give me the basic overlay of this. Provides an infantry squad. Okay, good. Well, we want that. We definitely want that. After the Allied invasion, citizens of Tropico, which we successfully repelled, we absolutely want that. Sorry, one more time. Does this decrease liberty? It doesn't say it does. Okay, so I'm going to slap the army barracks right in the center of town. I think that's fair. Could I squeeze a small house in there? I'd like to kind of flesh out the neighborhood here. Can I just tuck a tiny, tiny, tiny little house here for my citizens? Maybe a nice little country house. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Okay. You know what, citizens of Tropico? Here's something I've neglected. Decorations. Why don't you have... What's a medium park? Nope, that's the same size as that house. Okay, I am going to gift you, citizens of Tropico, a small park. A small park right by the army barracks. It's just somewhere where you can go and hang out. There's not much there, I'll grant you. There's not much there. There's a bench. Several benches. Hang on, why are you limping? What's your deal? Why are you limping? What's your problem? Healthcare is high, okay. Steinbeck made this sound so much more fun than it is. Very good. Why are there never any doctors in this part of town? You are indeed actually limping. Okay. There is a clinic here. Is it still under construction? It might be under construction. No, it's fine. The clinic's right there. Do you need yet another clinic? Go to my overlays. Citizens of Tropico, tell me your problems and I shall fix them. Healthcare coverage. Yeah? Are we lacking doctors? We have a doctor. Dr. Emily is here. We probably need another doctor. No, you're Ansel Fournier. You do work here. You're just not here right now. You're at home in your country house. What could we do? I think we need more clinics. I need the citizens of Tropico to be healthy so they can be happy and productive. Well, Eric seems perfectly happy with where I put the barracks. That is near enough. I'm going to take the flat-out money because I'd like to use that money to build the fire station that somebody else asked me for. I don't even remember who that was. But a fire station on Gold Island would actually be a really, really smart idea. I think that would be sensible. And then we'll try and deal with the whole, electricity thing and not having any power here. Fire station can live over there. Okay. Now, would you guys like to float me a little money to build the electricity issue problem here? Yeah, electric substation expands the power grid. So if I got that maybe right over at the edge of the island here, that will... Now, if I drag this, I'm just trying to get a feel for how close this needs to be. Sure. Spot is already taken by what? What is already taken? Is it the road that you're having an issue with? All right, put it there. Put it there, and we'll come back to that in a second. And how about we're keeping one trade route open because the Allies will invariably pop up and ask us to have an import agreement with them, and everything else is swimming along fine. Okay, good. Citizens of Tropico, everything is broadly under control. I'm going to try to deal with the limping guy as soon as I can. There is a clinic here. Is there something better we could get for you? We could, well, no, basically. I can't build you a hospital until it's the Cold War, apparently. You could have another clinic. They're relatively inexpensive. Okay, you can have a clinic right here. Perfect. That really fleshes out my little block here. I do love the way the city comes together. It does look very organic and natural and real. I like Tropico. And the eternal war between the militarists and the communists pops up again. We have another dual demand between Marco and General Rodriguez here. El Presidente has so much to juggle. His time is never his own. One of you wants me to build an army base. The other one wants me to build a high school. We've been kind of straddling the fence, doing a little seesaw thing. So we'll favor one, then favor the other, and then go back to the first one. Given the invasion, Marco... Given the invasion, I think it would be more important that we had another army base. I feel that's very, very valuable. I kind of worry about the decrease in communist standing given that we're coming out of the World War era and going into the Cold War era where, you know, communists. But I feel after the invasion, an army base would be more productive for us, particularly one over on the Central Island, so the strong and fabulous military of Tropico don't have to drive the tanks over the bridge to go over and defeat the Allies. Maybe something up in the hills here. Now, obviously, that's quite far away from the center of town. They'll still have to drive the tanks all the way down there, but space is a little tight down in the residential zone here, so I think we'll look at an army base up in here. I think that would be great. Oh, hi, Mason. Yeah, we built a fire station. Give me $5,000. Thank you. That will fund the army base. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, give me one of them. Army base. Yup. Tank squad. Yup. Definitely one of those. Pop that right up in the hill. And then, because you can never have enough housing, let's throw, I don't know, say a bunkhouse here. And maybe a slightly nicer house lives behind it. There we go. Nice little housing for my citizens. We have a lot of construction going on right now, but it'll all be fine, citizens of Tropico. Again with the rum distillery. Why are we having such a hard time? Do we just maybe flat out need another sugar plantation? Is that part of the problem? Although the tannery is out of stock too. I've got several Teamsters offices going here. I'm not sure what the problem is with getting goods from A to B. Now, ages ago, when we beat back the Allies... Oh, hi, Eric. I'm kind of doing a thing here. Complete the sabotage. Allies raid. Ooh. Have a commando garrison. Do we have that? Can we do that? Yes, I think... I'm pretty sure on... Yeah. Oh, the timing, though. Any of those raids, that's going to take a while. I'm going to give you a no on that, Eric von Schramm. because I'm concerned about the time frame on it, and I don't think we're going to lose much with you. No, not Constitution Politics. Yeah, we're still 100 with you. We can afford to go down 5 on the Axis relations there. But, that being said, first of all, why are you flashing at me? You want me to build an army base. We're working on it. Can we build that thing now? Where's the raids one? Raids and military. Well, we can get a commando garrison going on. Okay. Sure. I'll buy the blueprint. We won't be able to do anything with it, but Pirate Penultimo, you may have a new job. And Pirate Penultimo, you are treasure hunting, right? You're absolutely doing things I've asked you to do. Yeah, you're actually running out of things to do, so go ahead and do some more treasure hunting. Keep that ticking along there. Now, one of our trade agreements has finished. I still want to keep that one open. I just feel the Allies are going to get fussy. But let's send some bananas to Mussolini. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. He'll do something terribly, terribly Italian and insane with them. But send some bananas over to the Axis, and we'll keep that last trade agreement open. The substation is complete, which means the radio station has power. That's good. What's our work modes here? Open Mind, Channel 1, increases the approval of citizens, but decreases liberty, or public service. Oh, basically the same as the newspaper. Okay, $3 for each citizen employed in the vicinity. Okay, yeah, General Rodriguez, we built your thing. Give me $5,000. Thank you. That doesn't actually bring me into positive territory, but it's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Some of that money got shuffled off into my private bank account. Excellent. And you're working on houses over here. Okay, good. Everything, citizens of Tropico, everything is broadly under control. Broadly under control. Wow, we've got a lot of fishing boats here. Holy moly. They're just fishing the bejesus out of this place. Speaking of exploiting natural resources, 2 things. Gold Island has more gold that we're not exploiting. And by exploiting, I mean harvesting the bountiful resources here in Tropico. And ages ago, I started this, and then I think some quest popped up that interrupted me. Ages ago, when we beat back the Allied invasion, we got the blueprint for a weapons factory. And we have all the ingredients here on Tropico because Tropico has all the resources that we could ever need. It's a bountiful island to build a weapons factory. I think a weapons factory would not go awry here. That can't possibly end in anything but howling success for the citizens of Tropico here. And considering we just got a boat that came in, hi Eric, we're probably not going to do this. Okay, you know what? I've unlocked the thing. I'll give it a shot, Eric. I'll give it a shot. And you know what, the worst that's going to happen is, oh dear, oh lordy. Yes, you want an import trade route. You always want an import trade route. That's fine. Winton, Eric, everybody hold the phone. Okay. Let's deal with Winton's problem first. El Presidente is very busy. Very busy. Okay, what trade route offers do we have? We need an import from the Allies. What have you got for sale? The answer is generally not much. Okay, leather. There we go. I don't even care what it is, just leather. Sign that contract. Perfect. Do we have any other active ones? No, that's all of our trade routes. Yay. Now, construction, commando garrison. Super. We can do this. Let's do this thing. Let's have a commando. You know what? We're not. I want to develop more of Gold Island here. Although, Gold Island would also be pretty touristy, too. A lot of beach here. No, that's fine. Stick with plan A. Go with my gut here. Let's get the Commando Raid Center thingy over here on Gold Island. And I just want to kind of nudge that road along so I don't block myself out as I have a tendency to do. Right, great. Get that going along. Now, Winton's problem we dealt with. Eric's problem we're beginning to deal with. Unpause. And let's see if El Presidente can catch 5 minutes for himself around here. Although I'm going to guess the answer is probably not. And P.S., how much for the weapons factory? More than I have. Okay, 18,000. All right, it may be a little ways off before we're manufacturing weapons, citizens of Tropico, but do hear my words. That will happen. Citizens, there's a fire. There's a fire. Citizens, we have a fire station. There's the fire truck. Okay, fire truck coming in. Citizens of Tropico, everything is under control. They just have to take a really long roundabout route to get to the fire, because I still need to move this building and get the road around there. Citizens of Tropico, everything is under control. This is not a fire. This is not a fire. This is an aggressive urban redevelopment program. Oh, okay. The Axis powers want us to progress to the Cold War. I think that's how time works, Eric. That's how time works. But we've broadly met your... Oh, and we have. And we have. The wars are over, Presidente. I would kiss you if it was not treason to do so. Penultimo, it's all cool here in Tropico. You be you. You be you, Penultimo. Everything will get better now. Gameplay. Face the agendas of 6 political factions now. Oh, goodness. Choose how to deal with 2 new superpowers and send spies out. Okay. Can do. And we have new constitutional things we can do. Ecology. All right. 0 emissions decreases the pollution of industrial buildings and their efficiency. Okay. Energy efficiency decreases power consumption. That is good. Decreases efficiency of industrial buildings. And the upkeep is decreased by $5. Or economy first increases the efficiency, increases pollution. Well, I don't really want to... As we get into the modern era here, we're going to be dealing with more and more pollution. Let's not make it worse than it has to be. I think just basic energy efficiency. I like the sound of energy efficiency. Kind of splitting the difference here. Separation of powers. No separation of powers at all. It's going to cost me virtually nothing to remind my citizens of who's in charge. But global liberty is decreased by 10. Official separation. A courthouse is required to be able to issue citizen actions. Okay, so we can build a building to make sure we can do that. That's fair. 20% of interaction costs are transferred to the Swiss bank account. Hello. Judicial power of Tropico shall be vested in one Supreme Court. I already like the sound of this. True separation. El Presidente cannot issue citizen actions. That is not acceptable. Official separation it is. And let's go ahead and confirm those changes. And we got until 1939, which is interesting because obviously, historically, the World War era is not done. Not done. 1945, guys. 1945. It's only 1929 at this point. But apparently it's the Cold War. Apparently it is the Cold War. The fire's been dealt with, thanks to our heroic Tropican firefighters. The fire has been dealt with. Again, it's not a fire. It's an aggressive urban redevelopment program. What does trade look like right now? All trade routes are available because the Axis and the Allies, I assume, have just gone away at this point. They've just disappeared into nothingness. Fine, I never liked Winton anyway. Okay. What can we send to people to make money? Long story short, we can send aluminum to whom? Who is this? Western powers. Okay. Great. We can send bananas to the communists. So we're going to send Stalin some bananas. Sure. Let's send aluminum to the Western powers. We've got 4 trade routes. Why don't we just do 2 each? That seems good. 2 each. So canned goods, anything we can get with a better price. A little more profitable maybe for our glorious free citizens of Tropico. Plastics to the communists. Stalin would like some plastic. And can we get one more to the Western powers maybe? How about some Western powers? Yeah, not so much. Okay, you can just have cigars at a neutral price. Great. All trade routes up and running. I am confident in our ability to not annoy one of those superpowers. Although I'm just gonna guess we're gonna have to make a choice at some point. And Penultimo has kindly reminded me that in this new era we could actually do something with our trash besides throwing it on the street. He would like me to build a garbage dump or waste treatment facility. Will do, Penultimo. Thank you. I know I can deactivate the guidance tasks, but I probably wouldn't have thought of that for a while as pollution steadily ticked up. So thank you, Penultimo. I appreciate that. I will keep your guidance tasks on because El Presidente has a lot on his mind. And Penultimo, that is literally your job, is to advise me. So cool. What I wanted to do anyway is look at what's unlocked. In fact, just pause it for a second, please. Just pause it for a second. Thank you. What have we got unlocked? Chocolate Factory, hello. Hello, Chocolate Factory. You are my new favorite. Furniture Factory. Jewelry Workshop, yes. Now we could start doing something with the gold on Gold Island. Great. What other new things? Fish Farm. Okay, that's probably... Yeah, that has replaced the fishing dock. All right, that's replaced the fishing dock in a new era. Residential, anything new? The Compatillo. Fair quality residential buildings for 20 households. And that'll hold anyone poor and up. Again, we have no poverty here in Tropico. We just have citizens who choose not to immerse themselves with material wealth. Tenement, okay, good, excellent. What else? Oh, all sorts of new entertainment things. Restaurant, arcade, fast food joint. Neat. Can we get into tourism now? Yes. Yes, we can. The tourist era may now begin in Tropico. Probably starting with a tourist port, and then some tourist housing, and then some things for tourists to look at. And by the way, that means Stonehenge. Okay, we have a lot of things to think about here. Cathedral Hospital we can finally get going on. Here's your garbage dump, Penultimo. Here's where that lives. Reduces pollution of other buildings within range while creating pollution itself. And waste treatment facility we can't do until modern times. Okay, Penultimo, let's deal with your issue, because in this new era we have a lot of things to deal with. So let's just get this done. How about we did something smart, like look at the overlay and find out where the pollution problems are before we put down the garbage dump. So somebody show me a pollution, please. Island, no. Livestock, crop conditions, resources, pollution. Oh, I was looking right at it. Actually, Tropico is lovely and green. We have no pollution problem here. We have no pollution here in Tropico. But we will, so, we should probably get that taken care of. Yeah, no surprise, down by the industrial zone here, down by the coal plant. Yeah, let's get a garbage dump down here. And nobody will really care if it creates its own pollution because it's kind of a polluty area in the first place. Sorry, citizens of Tropico who now have to live near the garbage dump, but you were living near a coal plant anyway. And speaking of living there, I'm going to make other people live there because I feel that's a thing we should be doing. So, apartment, can I squeeze that right in there? Sure can. Wow, what a fun place to live. Right next to the iron mine and the garbage dump. And across the street from the coal power plant. Very desirable housing here in Tropico. And as we get into the Cold War era, let me make sure we are researching things. We must have all the knowledge here in Tropico. Yeah, we've got, what are we working on right now? Labor policy, yes. That's going to be very, very important. We will like that. But let's also get some other things going, like military police. Every military building reduces crime. And we've got a few of those. It's 500 a month to do that. That's quite a bit. Let's get some new modes unlocked. That sounds really good. Like the police station and the newspaper and the radio station. Get those queued up. Start working on that library. And speaking of education, our high school is fine. Is there any other educational buildings we should be looking at? Because our citizens are the most educated in the world. We have the highest educational standard here, and we means to keep it that way. Ah, college. Although inspiring statue sounds good too. Inspiring statue, that's education of sort. But yeah, college, we'll look at getting that done. It'll cost a fair bit of money, but we'll look at getting that done. And that is probably a good place to call it on Tropico for today. Now that we've slipped into the Cold War era, we have all new superpowers to deal with and fidget with and balance the diplomacy of while trying to extort as much money out of them as possible for our glorious free state of Tropico, but we'll pick it up again in the next one. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. If you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button, get some more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. So just so we're all clear on the victory conditions here, I am last in everything. I am last in absolutely everything. 6th place, 6th place, 6th place, and 6th place.